As we already discussed, the cell wall of plants will have more cellulose. But there are some exceptions, like fungi. The fungi will have different cell wall composition. The fungus will have chitin, a material related to carbohydrate only in its cell wall. Okay, like in prokaryotes, we said we'll have some peptidoglycans. Now, when you take the chemical composition of any cell wall, most of the cell wall is made up of water. Okay, 30 to 60% of the cell wall is made up of water. Why the cell wall will have more amount of water? That's the point which we have to concentrate right here. Why most of the cell wall possessing organisms will have water as major composition? So this acts as a resisting. Let me show you the next slide. Yes. This acts as a resisting material. When you see the total cell wall structure will have 3 layers. The first one is middle lamella, second one is primary cell wall, third one is secondary cell wall. Okay. Now if you observe the picture over here, the blue color one indicates the cell, actual cell. Okay, here we have taken the plant cell, around which you will have cell wall, and the cell wall is made up of 3 layers. The outer blue layer is called middle lamella. The second ring, which is in yellow, is primary wall, primary cell wall. The internal one, which is in blue color, is called secondary wall. Okay, or secondary cell wall. This is how actually the cell wall structure of a cell looks like. This is the cell. The outer thing is middle lamella. Then the cell will have primary cell wall. That will have secondary cell wall. This is how a cell is protected by various layers. So you might be surprised how these layers are around the cell. The cell wall of plant will have major portion water. Why is it so? That point I am explaining with the cell wall structure actually. Okay. Now when you see the cell wall structure, in this slide we are saying that this is the cell surrounded by 3 layers of cell wall. The first layer is the middle lamella. Second layer is the primary cell wall. Third layer is the secondary cell wall. So how these many layers are making the cell structure intact? Because of the presence of more amount of water, these layers are flexible and intact, making the cell protective. That is how the cell wall with more amount of water is making the cell protective. Are you clear with this point and the words middle lamella, primary cell wall, secondary cell wall? Now, we'll get into detail of each individual layer of cell wall. Okay, we'll discuss first the middle lamella. Now, when you take the middle lamella, it is the first formed outermost layer of a cell. So, this is the light green portion is there now. That is the first formed layer of cell wall. Why we are saying it as first formed layer? Because if you see here, this is one cell, this is another cell. The cell, a single cell will get divided and gives rise to 2 daughter cells. That's what we understood in the last cell features class. Did you remember during the characters of cell, I said from a single cell, 2 daughter cells will be produced, isn't it? So here in this picture, you are getting 2 daughter cells from a single parent cell. Now, while the 2 daughter cells are getting produced, the first formed layer is nothing but the middle lamella, this light green color portion. Okay. Now, what is the function of this middle lamella is it makes connection between 2 cells. See, this is a single cell, this is a single cell. Half part of one cell, half part another cell is showed in the pic. Are you getting? Okay. So here the middle lamellum is the first formed layer of cell wall, which will make connection between different cells. Like that you will have the middle lamella flowing it throughout the cells. So there is a coordination between cells because of this part of cell wall. Okay. So what is the material which is there in this middle lamellum is calcium and magnesium peptides. Pectin is nothing but a soft tissue, simple carbohydrate only. Okay. So this carbohydrate pectin, which is a combination of calcium and magnesium, forms the middle lamellum. So here this middle lamella, we can observe the pectates word we use, no? This we can contribute to the nutritious value of fruits. See, most of the fruits will have a soft texture when they get ripened. For example, take the apple fruit. If you observe the difference between unripened apple and a ripened apple, the unripened apple will not have soft texture, but the ripened apple will have soft texture. That's because of the pectins of the middle lamellum. That's the tissue around the fruit gets ripened and converts the tissue, the fruit into soft material. This is the application of middle lamellum in recent trends. Hope you got my point. Okay. So here we are saying middle lamellum is the first one which is formed during cell division. That's why I showed this is a single cell, this is another cell. In between you are having a material called middle lamella. Okay. Now my question is, some ripened fruits are also very hard in their outer covering. As the example I gave now, the green apple will be somewhat harder covering when compared to a softened apple, which is ripened one. But some ripened fruits are also hard. Why it happens so? Here we are saying that because of the pectin or the pectates in the middle lamella, some of the fruits will become soft when they get ripened. I gave an example of an apple. But some fruits, even after ripening condition also, will be hard. They won't become soft. For example, some fruits like berries and all. If you understood this point, you can answer this question. That's why I asked this question. They lack pectates. Akshat. Okay. Any more guess? Okay. Let me explain. So here what happens is when the fruit gets ripened, the pectates of this calcium and magnesium which are there in middle lamellum will get dissolved in only some fruits. Okay, they get dissolved and gives the soft texture to the fruit. But in some fruits, these pectates will not get dissolved. They will remain intact only. That is because of the plant hormones activity. So hormones will be different in different plants. Their activity will be different in different plants. So the apple-like fruit, guava-like fruits, papaya fruits, all these will have pectates will get dissolved when the fruit gets ripened. So the unripened fruit will be hard in structure and the ripened fruit becomes soft in texture. Okay. So that's because of the dissolution of pectates in the middle lamellum or because of the absence of dissolution of pectates in the middle lamellum. You got the point? You got the application?
If the pectates are not dissolving, the fruit stays hard.
A pectate is a substance which is a carbohydrate which won't get dissolved in some fruits. Okay, because of that,
Fruits stay hard.
yes, even after ripened condition also, those fruits stay hard. Okay,
Okay.
some berries for example. Okay. See, why I'm getting into application form of every concept is just listening to a concept and noting down the points will not help you to learn biology in a proper way. Analytical approach is very important in biology. See, everybody will learn that there will be pectins of calcium and magnesium in the middle lamella of plant cell. This is just a statement everybody will learn. Then what is the application of the pectate to the day-to-day life? So that is more important for competitive point of view and even learning biology in a proper way. That's why I'm giving examples like this. Okay, so here we just discussed about the middle lamella. Middle lamella is the first layer of cell wall which is formed during cell division, and the middle lamella chemical composition is pectins of calcium and magnesium.